Problem 4-62, we're going to be starting with part A, and it wants us to find the perimeter and area of the shape right here. And in part B, we'll go over the other one. So, start with 4-62A. So, let's start with finding the perimeter. I think that one's a bit easier for this shape. So remember, the perimeter is the outside of the shape, the total distance if you were to walk around it. So in this case, it gives us the length of each edge, or most of them. These ones aren't labeled, but we can work it out with some of the other lengths that we're given. And we just want to find how far it is if you were to add all those lengths together, and that will give us the total area, or the total perimeter around the shape. So let's start here. If we start at this point and just walk clockwise around the shape, and let's just add in the lengths as we go, and then we can all add it up at the end. So we're going to start with 2 centimeters right here, and then we'll walk along this long wall, which is 12 centimeters. Then another 2 down here. And then 3 centimeters back in. 5 centimeters down here. And then we want to walk back out here again, which it doesn't say it here, but we can see up here that that's going to be another 3 centimeters. And after that, we want to go down here, which looks like it's about 2 centimeters, but we can check that because we know this is 2 centimeters and then 7 centimeters. So the whole height on the left here is going to be 9 centimeters. And if we look over here on the right, it's the same height. And we have 2 centimeters, then 5 centimeters. So if we know the whole thing from here to here is going to be 9, and we've already gone down 7, it means there's only 2 centimeters left. So that is indeed 2 more centimeters, which is what it looks like, seeing as it looks the same size as here. Then after here, we want to go across 9. So I'll add it on a new line. But we're going to be adding all of these together. And then we want to go up 7 here. And then we just have this one last length we need to walk, and then we're back where we started. So to find this length, again, we can do something similar to what we did to find this length here. So we know that this is 12 centimeters across here. And so far we've walked 9 of them back. So we just need to find what 12 minus 9 is, and that will give us this length here. So that's just going to be 3 more centimeters. So then the perimeter, the perimeter is just going to be all those lengths added together. So you could just keep it around in your head or use a calculator. Just plug in all those numbers. You should get about 48 centimeters is the perimeter. Try to use the calculator. To find the area, it's a little bit harder at first because it's this really weird shape. But really we just need to pretend that we have a big rectangle, because we know how to find the area of a rectangle, and then subtract the area of these small little cutouts. So if we were to say this whole thing was one big rectangle, it would be 12 centimeters across, and it would be 9 centimeters tall, because 2 plus 7. We have a big rectangle like this. That's going to be 12 centimeters long and 9 centimeters tall. And we can find the area of that rectangle by multiplying 12 by 9. So it'll be 12 centimeters times 9 centimeters. And that's going to be, I think, 108 centimeters. That's going to be centimeters squared, because we're timesing it's a square area. And then we want to remove this chunk here. So there's a little piece missing. And we also want to remove this chunk here because they aren't part of the area. So in this case, we found earlier that this is 3 centimeters across here. And we know this is 7 centimeters down there. So this rectangle here that's missing is going to be right there. It's going to be about 3 centimeters by 7 centimeters. And then there's another rectangle right here that we're removing. And we have its dimensions here. So 3 centimeters by 5 centimeters. So we can find what the area of these 2 rectangles that we're subtracting are. So 3 centimeters times 7 centimeters will be the area of 1. And that's going to equal 21 square centimeters. And this one here is going to be 3 times 5. And that will equal 15 centimeters squared. So now to find the total area of just this shape that's enclosed here, we want to take that 108 of that bigger rectangle and subtract these 2 smaller rectangles. So it will be 108 centimeters squared minus 21 centimeters squared minus 15 centimeters squared. And that's going to be, that's going to equal 72 centimeters squared.